Hello students. Welcome students in 7th standard class. Journal Science Standard 7. Now students, today we are going to learn a very new topic and very interesting topic, that is disaster management. What is a disaster? A disaster is a natural or man-made hazard resulting in an event of substantial event causing physical damage, loss of life or drastic change in the environment. It is a phenomenon that can cause damage to our life and property and destroy the economic, social and cultural life of people. Disaster management. The abbreviation of disaster is disruption induced situation after severe transformation of ecological response. Here we are divided the disaster into two types. There are two types of disasters, that is man-made and natural disaster. In natural disaster, the examples are flood, cyclone, earthquake, volcanic eruption, epidemics, tsunami. So these all are the natural disaster which occurs naturally. And the other type of disaster is man-made. Air crash, sinking ship, train accidents, building collapse, bridge collapse, bomb blast, warfare, the bionuclear. So these are the disaster which are divided into two types, the man-made and natural disaster. They are linked together. Some disasters can be prevented, while during some disaster we can take precautions. Due to the phenomena of climate change, the frequency of natural disaster is increased. The natural disasters such as famine, lightning strikes, cloudburst, storms, etc. This result due to the climatical change. During such calamities, there is a possibility of loss of life and damage to our property. So this is the first page of our disaster management of textbook. Here you all are aware about the different types of disaster. You are watching in the TV, reading in the newspapers. The different disaster take place, whether it is a natural or man-made. So first upon, there is a few questions to ask to you. Can you tell? First, it is possible to prevent the loss of life which caused by lightning. The loss of life cannot be prevented if it is caused by lightning. But if there is a thunderstorm with a lightning, one must be careful. He or she should not leave the house. Take shelter with due to the some precautions. Now next question. What should be done to prevent the burns on a farm from getting washed away in the rainy season? The answer is the burns are maintained and repaired before the onset of rains. If waterlogging occurs, it may break the burns. Therefore, a suitable opening is made in the burns which drains off the excess water without breaking the burns. Now third question is, why do we experience water scarcity? Water scarcity means a shortage of water problem. So answer is, if there is no adequate rainfall during a particular year, means no sufficient rain. No adequate rainfalls means the rain is not on time. Sometimes it is non-stoppable A continuously rain take place, a heavy rain, and sometime the rain not take place on time. No rain is there. So there is a deficit of water in the water bodies. The quantity of stored water in the dams or lakes also reduces due to the overconsumption, or if not used in unplanned way. So this result into water scarcity. So we should plan it properly before using a water where we are going to use it, and single drop of the water we have to preserve and store it for the future generation. So students, in this picture 10.2 famine, the water scarcity, you can see when there is no water on the land, the farmers are suffering a lot among all of them, and we are getting the scarcity of water problem. See, we are calling water tanker. So what exactly mean the famine? Famine is long term and severe scarcity of food grains and water. Means whenever we are facing the shortage or a lack of the water problem or food or the grains, that time this situation is called famine. The famine is categorized as mild famine and severe famine. Mostly famine is due to the natural causes, but sometimes because of human activities, a famine like condition can arise. So it is a famine, we can say it is a natural also, it depend on the condition. So sometimes famine condition arises because of naturally, and sometimes because of human being. So what are the causes of famine? We are going to see to it. The causes of famine, in that the first and the main responsible thing is that drought. The drought is the most important cause for famine. Heavy rains and the floods, due to which crops getting washed away or damaged. And next, environmental changes such as climate change and the global warming. So it is very important to preserve our environment, to keep our environment safe, because environment is our next house. We are living under the environment. So it's our duty as a responsible citizen, as a responsible student, to take care of our environment, our surrounding, and maintain the balance. The other reason for the famine is damage of crops due to attack of pests, locusts or diseases. Damage caused by the animals like mice and the rats. Natural calamities like earthquake, storms, cold or fog. This is also responsible sometimes for famine. Man-made causes of famine are war, internal unrest, absence of transport routes, uncontrolled population growth, etc. So this way the human being is responsible for the famine, the uncontrolled growth, the population, as you know, day by day the number of the people, the population is goes on increasing. So demand is also increasing, and we are not able to fulfill all of them their needs. So that's why we are facing the scarcity of food problem and water problem. So that time this problem is come under the which type of disaster? Yes, famine disaster. So if the rain not take place on a time, and if whether the rain take heavy rain take place non-stoppable, so that is also one of the reason responsible for the famine. And then what is the other remain factor or responsible reason? That is drought, akal padna, sukha padna. So whenever the rain will be not there, the crops will be not grow, vegetable, fruits, we will not get the food, we will not get the water. So that time we are going to suffer with the problem, lack of water problem and food grains problem. So that time we are suffering with which condition? The famine problem. Now we are going to see the man-made causes of famine. Imbalance between rainfall and increase of human population. The rain is not take place on time, not on proper amount. The second, the excessive demand for water is resulting into water scarcity. So unlimited lifting of water and its misuses. So we should avoid the misuse of the water and save single drop of the water. And one of the factor, according to that, Asia is the most famine affected continent of the world. So we should take care this problem as a seriously. Due to the green revolution, there is an increase in the production of food grains, but at the same time, there is an environmental imbalance due to the excessive use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and weedicide. The erosion of the land take place. There are different ways to ease the severity of the famine. So how to overcome with this problem of famine? There are few solution, or you can say protective measures. So first is planning for usage of water along with its reuses. We should reuse the water and proper planning should be there for using of water. Adopting practices of water conservation and harvesting at the local level. Large scale of plantation of trees and the prevention of deforestation. We should not cut the tree and grow more and more plant and trees. If in every year on each birthday, if you are growing the one small tree or small plant, as the how old are you, that much tree you are, that much tree you will be have at the last. So this way you can give your contribution by each birthday grow one plant on your birthday, and this way you can give a contribution towards a good or healthy environment. Next, by taking into account of the weather forecast, the appropriate changes in the agriculture practices should be adopted. Farmers should be consult with the weather forecast, and they should appropriate changes in their techniques of the doing the farming work. They should be adopted. They should be practices. What a beautiful slogan is given to you here. Large scale tree plantation, no famine, no land erosion. It composed a variety of such slogans and use them during our environment awareness rallies. We can use it to create on 5th June, as we know, a World Environment Day we are celebrating. So we can use it in the rallies and the slogans. So you can also create more slogans for this to create awareness about the towards the environment of human being. In the next slide, you have to listen the voice of that picture very carefully, and you have to watch it also carefully. What is a cloudburst? Now in the next slide, in the previous slide you have watched a thunder sound was there and the cloud bursting was there, the heavy rain. So what is a cloudburst? What causes a rain? So the cloudburst means very heavy rain, as if a cloud has burst. It occurs the how you are having a bursting of the cracker sound, same like a cloud bursting sound is there. It occurs when there is a sudden raining over a specific and small region at a rate of 100 millimeter per hour or more. Water coming down from rain clouds does not reach to the land in the form of rain, but due to very high temperature near the land, it vaporizes again and goes back into the same cloud. So this result in a very high amount of water vapor in the cloud, which result into cloud burst. So this is a cloud burst, and the worstly recorded the cloud burst that is in two places, that is Ladakh on 6th August 2010 and on Mumbai 26 August 2005. That is worstly affected places by the cloud bursting. Okay, so here on the example of Mumbai they have given you, it was extraordinary and unforgettable situation because on that day it rained about 950 mm, that is 37 inches, and in 8 to 10 hours, and the entire city of the Mumbai was waterlogged and flooded. What are the causes of cloudburst? It causes a flood. After the heavy cloud bursting, the water fall down on the land on a particular places. A large amount of water come on particular places. Then it causes a flood. It causes a huge destruction, a deforestation. It destroy the vegetation. Farmers, it is very great great problem, a very big problem for the farmer. Destroy the vegetation, loss of the human life. So these all are the causes of cloudburst. After the cloudburst, it converted into which form? It converted into it is responsible for the flood. So in the previous picture we have observed that floods in Kerala, that is a worstly affected places in the Kerala. Recently a large amount of water is logged on the road in the city. They have faced a lot of problem. So what is a flood? What is mean by flood and what are the effects of flood? So during a floods, water is accumulated. It gets stored at one place in a very large amount. This caused due to the heavy rainfall. The river may also overflow and it spreads its water along the bank. So this is called flood. And what is the effect of flood? Huge loss of life and property. The excessive rainwater cannot be drained due to the choking of drain pipes. Transportation and electric supply get halted. The shortage of electrical power supply. Soil erosion. It takes place resulting into damage to farms and the crops. And cattle lost their life. The epidemic spread and harmed the health of the people after the flood water recede. So these all are the bad effect of flood on us. So for that the government has made the one commission, that is National Flood Commission in 1976. So they are working towards the how to control, they are making their efforts towards the control of flood. A plan regarding a flood control is kept ready from national level to the village level. Large scale damage of the property and the loss of life can be avoided because of this plan. See students, we can't stop the flood situation as it is a natural disaster, natural event, but we can reduce its bad effect. What are the causes of flooding? There are physical and human. In physical, the intense precipitation, prolonged rainfall, snow melt or ice thaw, storm surges, landslides occur, volcanic eruption occurs. And in humans, it changes in land use, urbanization, climatical change, poor dam construction and the poverty. So these physical factor and the human factor are responsible for a flooding. So there are the protective measures in the views of flood. Constructing small dams and percolation tanks in the mountainous region. Making river bed flat and connecting the rivers. Mass tree plantation and thereby the cultivation of the new forests. The government intervention towards a flood is that the government of India has established the National Flood Commission in 1976, and this commission tries to control the flood. So it is our responsibility also students that we should physically and mentally be ready for all this type of the situation to overcome and to tackle with this problem. Thank you students. I hope you all enjoy the video, you like the video. So please click on the like button, subscribe the channel. Till that time, stay safe, stay at home, stay safe. Bye bye.